and that he wanted to get back to his own painting, and he'd like to improve his painting.
He paints himself.
Well, no, he said he'd like to get into painting, really, because he's a doer. He doesn't care to look at paintings.
He doesn't like the image of, you know, the big football beast and let out of the cage and runs over everybody. He's really a kind man. You ever notice how many big men are sort of gentle in person?
During the game, John?
He's certainly gentle, but not during the game.
Not when he's got the ball in there. Thanks, Leroy, for an artist look at the Dolphins and the Redskins. You know, Joe, we've talked about everything, phases of the game except the kicking game. I don't think there's much doubt that the Redskins and the Dolphins have the best specialty teams in the game. They wouldn't be in this game without them. Kicking the ball, covering the kicks, returning the kicks, and also the field goal kickers. How do you look at the kicking game?
Well, they're about equal, Kurt, with the exception of Upremian and Kurt Knight. I think Upremian is a better kicker than Knight. Knight is on a hot string. What's he have, 11 in a row now?
Right.
Well, he's on a hot string, but I think Upremian can hit longer and is more consistent.
All right, we've discussed every phase of it, and we're right down to the nub now. How do you predict Super Bowl VII? Who's going to win?
Well, Miami's impressed me all season long with their consistency, so I'm going to pick Miami by 5 points.
By 5 points.
I don't know how I picked those points, but by 5.
Well, you picked it by 3 last time, and we'll see if you can win it by 5 this time. Miami by 5. Any special reason?
Well, they're more consistent, I feel, and I think this Upremian, anytime you get around that 40-yard line, he's going to be kicking them at him.
All right, Joe Namath has called the Miami Dolphins the winner of Super Bowl VII by 5 points. Thanks, Joe. Leroy Neiman. And now we're going to be moving to the Los Angeles Coliseum so you can meet the starting players, the lineups, and also we'll have an update from the Coliseum right after this.
All the time people ask me, why don't you guys change your name? Goodrich, Goodyear, pretty confusing. And Goodyear's done more advertising. Look, I say, for 5 years nationally, we've advertised nothing but radial tires. We introduced the first one made in America. Now, you'll probably see Goodyear featuring a steel radial, too. You get confused? Look up in the sky. You see an enormous blimp up there with somebody's name on it? Where are the other guys?
If you want Goodrich, you'll just have to remember Goodrich.
And now, over the stadium, the famous Goodrich blimp.
Goodrich doesn't have a blimp. Goodyear does. And since they've done more advertising, it's not too hard to confuse our names. But we believe the best way to keep our name from being forgotten is to keep making tires worth being remembered. And that's just what we're doing.
If you want Goodrich, you'll just have to remember Goodrich.
And it's July and January here in Los Angeles. 84 degrees on the field. No wind, the turf in perfect lightning fast condition. Miami's won the toss. They're going to receive. Let's match up the two teams. Miami offense against Washington defense. Here, Manny Sistrunk also weighs 265. He'll go at defensive left tackle on running plays. Bob Kuchenberg of the Dolphins is one of the best blockers on sweeps in the NFL. He's rather an unsung performer. Washington's right linebacker, Chris Hamburger, weighs just 218, but he's been named All-Pro this year. Jim Langer is the Miami center. He's especially adept at picking up blitzing linebackers, and he'll be pitted against 33-year-old veteran middle linebacker Myron Patia, still strong against running plays, but is taken out on passing situations. Not many people argue when Miami right guard Larry Little is called the best pulling guard in pro football. And he may butt heads against Jack Pardee, 36 years old, a 15-year veteran at outside linebacker. Norm Evans is the last of the original Dolphins, a 250-pound right tackle. And also Bill Brundage, you'll see in their tackle today, and they use him especially as their best pass rusher. Miami's number 42, Paul Warfield, may be the top wide receiver in the league. He can do it all. The right cornerback, Mike Bass of the Redskins, will have the pressure on him, but he's been a steady competitor this year. Howard Twilley is only 5'10", isn't very fast, but his hands more than make up for that, and he's a very smart player in finding openings in the zone defense. Another smart little tough man is Pat Fisher at 5'9", 170, the left cornerback of the Redskins. At 232 pounds, the Dolphin tight end Marv Fleming, an outstanding blocker. Not much of a pass receiver, although he did catch 5 against the Steelers. Brig Owens is the Washington strong safety man, and only 2 tight ends caught scoring passes against him this year after he replaced the injured Richie Pettibone. Mercury Morris, one of 3 1,000-yard rushers in today's Super Bowl, a tremendous threat outside. He'll be trying to get around Ron McDowell, the 265-pound defensive left end of the Redskins, who at the age of 32 is having perhaps his best season. Larry Sonka, the big bull, power man, short yardage, gained 1,117 yards this year for the Dolphins. He may be running right at defensive right end Verlin Biggs at 275, one of the few skins who played before in a Super Bowl game. Bob Greasy will open at quarterback. They say he is another coach on the field. And a smart defensive coach can be 34-year-old Rosie Taylor, the Redskins' free safety man. Well, there they are. Those will be the starting lineups. Miami's going to be receiving. Washington will be on the defense. 2 weeks in preparing, a week here in California, night and day. All these players, their coaching staffs, all they have thought about is the Super Bowl. And they'll be coming out on the field here very shortly. And so, stay tuned. Following station identification for Super Bowl VII. Super Bowl VII preview has been brought to you by the B.F. Goodrich Tire Company, makers of the Lifesaver Steel Radial Tire. If you want Goodrich, you'll just have to remember Goodrich.
Perry Como recreates the sounds of Cole Porter in Paris, Wednesday at 10, 9 Central Time.
Okay, let's get it ashore. How about this for a pickup? It's a new Courier, imported by Ford. What's it got for you? Well, how about a peppy 1800cc engine up here? Great on gas and a big comfortable cab. The price? $22.22.
Manufacturer suggested retail price. Destination charge, $24. Dealer preparation charges, if any, state and local taxes extra.
Why not import it to your driveway? At your Ford dealers now.
It's not easy trying to outsell some pretty well-established European cars. Just over 2 years ago, Capri took on the challenge. With radial tires, 4 on the floor, rack and pinion steering, all standard. Maybe that's why after 2 years, Capri is outselling every European car in America except one. Capri, the first sexy European at a shamefully low price. Imported for Lincoln Mercury.
The Bird returns to television next week.
Yes, the only way to fly.
The new Beat the Clock, weekdays at 3.